Welcome back, my adoring public, to more Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. Pharaoh Fiasco here. Last episode, we started the class trial. We've already got a culprit in mind. Miu is in Kaito's body. It's freaking weird, don't worry about it. But, Monokuma, he's saying weird stuff. But he's also kind of tired. Man, I'm pushed. I got no motivation at all. And Monophanie's period is late too. Father, why do you know Monophanie's cycle?
And another thing.
Never mind that. Perhaps this lack of motivation is due to a lack of hibernation.
Eh?
Lack of hibernation?
Yeah.
I haven't been sleeping well lately, so I haven't really been able to hibernate. That's awful. What could be causing it? Is it because you have a lot on your mind? Is it because the graveyard shift pays a better hourly wage?
Really?
Is it because you don't want them to think you're just goofing around? Is it because you want to stay friends? Okay. Is it because you want to watch it in real time? Watch what? Father? He's gone into hibernation. We should let him be.
Oh.
Yeah, you're right. Night, night. Okay. He just drifted off. But Monokuma's a total non-entity in this class trial anyway, so let's not worry about it.
My head. Monotaro, pull yourself together.
If people stopped beating him, then he'd be fine.
I feel like I'm forgetting someone important to me, but I just can't. My head hurts so much, I just can't remember.
Have you forgotten? Maybe that's for the best.
This chick.
From this point forward, let's start a new life for ourselves. After all, our baby is excited to meet his daddy, you know?
Daddy? Wait, what? I'm gonna be a father?
Oh my god.
What a colossal death flag. I'll be surprised if he doesn't die after that.
More importantly, let's continue the conversation where we left off.
We understand Miu plotted the murder, but we need to find out who killed her.
Miu killed herself. Case closed, guys. Let's get the vote going. Kaito, it was nice knowing you.
And in order to figure that out, we need to understand Miu's actions. So let's discuss her murder scheme step by step.
I know that's important, but hearing you lead the conversation really pisses me off.
Let's see. Miu manipulated the virtual world to use it as part of her murder plan.
True.
Don't just ignore me and start anyway.
If she had succeeded, she would have gone past the wall between the chapel and mansion. And then wham! Murdered me on the roof with the hammer.
She would make the murder seem like it happened in the real world, and then pin it on Kaito.
As for Miu's alibi in the real world, she could say she was locked into the virtual world. And in the virtual world, she could say she was near the chapel the entire time.
Yeah.
She'd make an excuse about how she couldn't reach the mansion because of the fallen bridge.
Total lie. It was so obvious, dude. Like, when she dropped the bridge that, well, I didn't suspect her doing anything untoward at the time.
She dropped the bridge on purpose so she could separate the chapel from the mansion.
And this is like the 4th time they've done the whip my hand slip thing, so... And that's not including the first time she did it.
Secretly passed through the wall she installed and took advantage of the loop. After, she headed to where we were supposed to meet up, the mansion's rooftop.
But Kaito was supposed to be up there. So, if she found out that Kaito was up there, is that why she logged him out?
Oh yeah. Kaito was probably logged out around that time too.
That's when I saw Mew.
Problem is, because of her murder plans, we don't even know where she was killed.
She was killed on the roof, right? Kokichi told us the roof door was locked and that he couldn't get through.
Maybe that when Culprit killed her.
That's probably what happened. The culprit killed her on the locked roof.
Or is Kaito in his right mind and he just took the opportunity to kill her?
Did the culprit lock the door to the roof?
Perhaps. I don't think Mew did it.
Maybe Kaito logged himself out?
If Mew did lock it, she would have done it when she called Kokichi to the roof. Even if someone came up, I don't believe she would change the target of her plan. She knew that Kokichi would come up later. Locking the door would be suspicious.
Well, it's possible she didn't even think that far ahead.
She was smart, but she was also really, really dumb.
Too true.
No say such mean things! Killing game bad, not Mew. Mew not bad person. Gonta think we could have been friends, if things different.
I mean, true, she was forced into this situation.
That might have been difficult, even without this killing game.
Yeah, the whole being friends bit.
That wouldn't happen.
Dang, Maki's like, no frickin' way, dude.
Nuh-uh. No way, Jose.
Jeez, dude!
Huh?
Yeah, Gonta, there's no way she would have been friends with anybody.
Anyway, let's continue the discussion. If Mew was killed on the roof of the mansion,
Maybe Kibo.
the culprit must have moved Mew's avatar to the chapel after killing her, right?
So the next thing we should talk about is how they moved her avatar.
Now we know the mansion and chapel were actually next to each other. But the problem is the wall between them.
Only Mew was able to go through that wall. The culprit wouldn't have been able to.
Maybe that's why Kokichi is taking such joy in this trial, because he's already figured out that Kaito's the killer, and he's gonna be able to expose all his BS.
Then you're saying the culprit sent Mew's avatar through that wall?
Yeah, that's the only way, right?
But how did the culprit send Mew's avatar through the wall?
They could have just thrown her, couldn't they?
I mean, it's not like they could have thrown her.
Gonta, not throw her!
Everybody had the same physical strength, I guess, so...
We know. You couldn't because the Avatar's physical strength was equalized.
Physical strength equalized? That problem. Gonta no can protect everyone if that happens.
You've already been told this, dude! But, yeah, the average person cannot chuck another average-sized person that... whatever length that was, they couldn't do it.
Jeez, keep up with us. We're already in the second half of the class trial.
Super meta.
How did they send Mew's avatar to the other side of the wall?
The hammer and lattice board had something to do with it, clearly, but...
Maybe that thing has something to do with it. You know, the loud sound you heard?
Was that Mew's avatar? And this is the third time they've shown this.
Because of that sound, you guys went to the side of the chapel. Right, Keyboy? That's when you found the dead Mew there, right? If so, then I think that sound and her avatar being by the chapel are related.
Yes, there's no doubt in my mind that the noise is related to this case. We need to figure out what that sound could have been. It might be the clue we need to solve this case. So what was it? It sounded like something slamming hard into something else. So what were those two things? It could be... Mew hitting the wall?
That's it!
Oh, okay. Nailed
I
it.
think the sound came from Mew's avatar hitting the chapel wall.
Mew's completely unmoving
The hammer,
avatar.
cell phone, and lattice were there. but they were too small to make that noise. Ruling those out, the only other explanation is that the sound was Mew colliding with a wall.
If that's the case, Mew's avatar must have hit the chapel wall really hard. We felt the impact all the way from the inside of the chapel.
So did they use the toilet paper as some sort of rope? And then, like, just keep pulling and letting it go so they build up momentum and then send her flying?
Yeah, that's the real question. Mew's avatar probably hit the chapel's wall with pretty considerable force. But why did it hit the wall with such force? Can you guys figure it out?
That's what makes the most sense to me.
Hold on, Kokichi. What's up with the way you're talking? Why are you talking like you know everything?
Because he probably has figured it all out.
Let's not worry about that right now. More importantly, we gotta solve the mystery. Fighting among friends is a waste of time.
Friends? Us?
Anyway, can we talk about that after we figure this problem out?
A way of transporting Mew's avatar that would cause it to crash into the chapel.
Getting Mew's avatar to crash into the chapel from the mansion's roof. There's only one way I can think of how to do that.
Hey, Shuichi, as your partner, I'll give you a little hint.
Oh, I feel like I've already figured this bit out.
You what?
Since the mansion was on top of a hill, the roof was pretty high up, right? Past the brick handrail, the roof was at a pretty steep slope. And the slope faced the chapel wall. On top of that, there was snow on the roof.
Okay.
If the culprit needed force to move the body, I wonder how they did it.
Did they set up a ramp or something? Kokichi is talking as if he's got the whole thing figured out already. But I can't let him distract me. I need to solve the case. So, is Kokichi testing Shuichi or something? How to make Mew hit the chapel wall from the roof of the mansion. I'm going to find the answer. Alright. Slid her... Okay, let's try... That should be an S. Slid her... Slid her off? Slid... Monokuma? Obtain... A hidden Monokuma? What? Alright. Slid off. Slid off roof. Okay. So that's how they did it then. Slid off roof. Huh. Yes, you do indeed see now, Shuichi.
The culprit used the sloped roof as a slide for Mew's avatar.
Dang, dude, I thought the toilet paper as a lever thing was way cooler.
Slide? Nah, man. Even with the slope and the snow, Mew's body wouldn't have slid.
Wrong. It would slide.
But the avatars can generate friction. We wouldn't have been able to walk otherwise. So I doubt that it would have had that much momentum.
No. It would slide.
Okay.
It wouldn't slide, just like Maki Roll said.
It would slide, just like Shumai said.
Okay, hold on. What is a shumai? Shumai. It's a type of traditional Chinese dumpling. Okay.
Who the hell is Shumai?
Oh, he's a pupil of Ramen Man. Sorry, my hobby slipped in.
Who is Ramen Man? What? Ramen Man. Oh my god, that's an ultimate muscle thing? I'm positive that's how Mew's avatar was moved. But maybe the culprit used something else as well to help her body slide. The lattice board. So that's fairly straightforward. Man, Ultimate Muscle, that was forever ago. Lattice
Even
near
if
the
her avatar
chapel.
slid off the roof,
There we go.
would it slide off that quickly?
Well, duh, it would.
If it made that much noise, it must have built up a lot of speed.
Okay,
Lots of snow piled up on roof,
that's true.
but not frozen solid, right?
You'd still slide, though.
In the real world, it might be difficult. But in the virtual world, perhaps not.
I mean,
That's not the issue. Sliding down snow is easy to do.
he's just
You just
insisting.
need a sled or skis to cut the friction.
Like,
There was nothing like that around, though.
sorry, Kaito.
That's wrong!
If that's your real name anymore. Probably not.
No, wait. There was something that could have been used to help slide Mew's body. Do you
Yep.
remember the lattice that was found by Mew's avatar? The culprit laid her on top of that, then used it as a sled on the roof.
Oh,
I did notice the lattice in the storage room when I first looked.
I thought it was the toilet paper that had gone missing. Completely forgot about that.
But during the investigation, I saw that it was gone.
The lattice that was found next to the chapel is the one that disappeared from the roof? Then that's it. The culprit used the lattice as a sled.
Ding, ding, ding! That's correct!
This guy. It would just slide, okay? Freaking Kokichi.
After the culprit killed Mew on the rooftop, they placed her corpse on a sled.
Wow, dude. They even did a killer silhouette in the style of the virtual world.
And slid her down the roof's steep slope.
The sled picked up speed, flew off the roof, glided through the wall only objects could pass through, and hit the chapel.
Dang, dude. That. Just treating her body like whatever, even if it is digital.
The impact made all of her belongings scatter, including the hammer and cell phone.
Just like that hedgehog who loses all his rings whenever he crashes into stuff.
We're not worried about that hedgehog, though.
I hate that guy and his worldwide fame and his stupid games, and I hate that hedgehog!
Okay.
Daddy, I'm glad you're feeling motivated again, but you shouldn't be so hateful.
Yeah, dude. Sonic's got his own problems.
You gotta be an example to our new family.
And you guys have your own serious problems, too.
Yeah, Father. Or should I start calling you grandfather now?
Oh my god. Monokuma!
Now that we know how the body slid down, we're just one step away from the culprit.
You're just gonna let that go down, dude?
Well, Shuichi, do you know who the culprit is?
Probably Kaito. The culprit.
Yeah. In the end, we'll still need to guess the culprit, huh?
But Gonta can't believe one of us killed Mew.
Because Mew killed herself in Kaito's body.
However, since we know she was killed on the roof, we can narrow down the list of suspects. Meaning, the culprit must be someone who was investigating the mansion. Aside from Mew, the people at the chapel could not go through the wall or cross the river.
So that means the suspects are Kaito, Samugi, Shuichi, and Gonta.
That's real sneaky, leaving yourself off the list.
He can't. He wouldn't have done it. It's too early for him to make a move.
Ooh, you got me.
That's right. 5 suspects. Me, Tsumugi, Gonta, Kokichi, and Kaito. We don't know enough to name the culprit yet, but one of them is suspicious. When we were talking about the rooftop, they clearly lied. But what reason would they have to lie? I'll need to press them for information before making any judgments. Yeah. Kaito, did you lie about something on the roof? What are you talking about? I wouldn't lie!
I was wrong!
Huh? It's not Kaito? Kokichi?
It's you!
Really? Nah.
Kokichi, there's something I need to know.
What do you need to know?
Why did you lie just now?
Which lie are you talking about, Shuichi? I lie a lot, so you'll need to jog my memory.
This is just like Byakuya, dude.
Fine. I'll expose your lie right now.
Also, I never went to the roof, not even for the meeting. It all began when Mew showed us the map. Huh? That's probably what happened. The culprit killed her on the locked roof.
It was that testimony that bothered me.
What about it? Have there been blue pieces up until now? I don't think we've seen blue pieces up until this point. Let's just pretty much flip everything over and see what we can get. It was, we're gonna need to take a look at all of these. And then these ones. And then these ones, these ones, these ones. Haha! These ones. It was when Mew showed us the map. That's definitely not it. It's the culprit on the locked roof. Nope, can't do anything about those. And then flip these over. We are stuck there. That's probably what happened. The culprit killed her on the locked roof. Is that really the suspicious point, though? Oh my gosh, there's so many of these. The culprit killed her on the locked roof. Okay, we need to make a judgment. Also, I never went to the roof. Not even for the meeting. This must be a lie because he knew the roof locked, right? Is that? Oh, there's still a part to it. Oh, whew! That could have been bad. Kokichi knew that the roof locked, but he never went up there. But did we discuss that in front of him?
When you were explaining that the door to the roof was locked, you said...
Yeah.
But later, you said...
Oh. Past the brick handrail, the roof was at a pretty steep slope. And the slope faced the chapel wall. On top of that, there was snow on the roof.
That's a lot of specific information. Stuff you wouldn't know if you hadn't been there.
Huh.
Oh yeah! Now that you mention it, how did you know all that stuff?
Kaito.
You could probably see the steep slope of the roof from outside the mansion. But you wouldn't know about the brick handrail unless you went up to the roof yourself.
No, it was definitely not him.
Huh? What?
What's this all about, Kokichi? Did you actually go to the rooftop?
Nope. It's physically impossible for me to fall for this fake out, dude.
didn't. I already told you that before.
Why you look so nervous?
Because he's screwing around.
Is this a sincere reaction?
Not even remotely.
But there's no evidence that proves I went to the roof. Oh, wait. I remember now. That thing Himiko said.
On a dime, dude.
Me?
At the start of the class trial, I remember you saying the handrail was made of bricks.
Did she say that?
Ooh, you so clumsy, girl. Gotta be more careful there, Himiko.
But it wasn't knowledge we were trying to protect.
Is it my fault?
Himiko really say that?
She totally said that.
Did she though? Because I can't remember, and that was like 1 hour ago.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did.
She did not.
She did too.
I don't remember.
Then when? Tell me how long ago. In hours, minutes, and seconds.
That's something Kaito would say.
What a worthless fight!
He's got his vim and verve back.
Stop them, Grandpa! All this terrible fighting is bad for the baby!
Gross.
Yeah, grandfather. Stop them before your grandkid is born.
Gross.
I'm not gonna apologize, cause Himiko said it.
So damn stubborn.
How much longer are you going to behave like this?
We don't have time for this. But Kokichi is stubborn. He won't fess up no matter what. But if he's being this stubborn, it makes me think he has something to hide. To get him to show his hand, I have to prove he was on the roof. I might not like it, but I have to be aggressive. If we don't get the whole truth now, everyone's lives are in danger. That's probably what Kokichi wants. He wants to see if how badly Shuichi's gonna fight for it. Alright, let's do this.
I didn't go to the roof.
Kokichi in the salon, meet up with Mew on the rooftop, and because the door to the rooftop was locked, he couldn't. Because of that, he returned to the salon and decided to search there. Alright.
I've had enough of your lies, man.
I'm not lying.
Okay.
The rooftop door was locked and I couldn't open it.
So what did Kokichi do?
I turned back at once, of course. And stayed in the salon the whole time, you know?
Liars burn in hell, you know.
Jeez.
If you're lying, I'll set your pants on fire!
That's fine, because I'm not lying.
Then why do you look so nervous?
Kokichi in the salon? Kokichi is lying for sure, but if he keeps throwing lies at me, I have to fight fire with fire. Oh, okay.
I didn't go to the roof.
I've had enough of your lies, man.
Alright.
I'm not lying.
Okay.
The rooftop door was locked and I couldn't open it.
So what did Kokichi do?
Uh-oh.
I turned back at once, of course.
Uh-oh. We're about to die.
And stayed in the salon.
No! Huh?
I'll reveal the truth.
That could have been bad. I forgot that was killing us.
Kokichi, you're lying right now, aren't you?
Huh? Lying about what?
Just before the murder occurred, I went to the salon to check on you.
And who's gonna believe Kokichi over Shuichi, dude?
But you weren't there.
Uh-oh, got him!
What? Really?
Who is gonna believe Kokichi over Shuichi?
I waited there for a while. You never showed up.
Wait, Tsumugi can poke holes in this. Tsumugi's got to agree with him.
What's this all about, Kokichi? Didn't you go right back to the salon after finding the roof door locked?
Kokichi, he is dumbfounded at this lie.
I see. You use underhanded tactics too, huh, Shuichi? So who are you guys gonna believe? Shuichi or me?
Come on, Tsumugi.
Well, of course I'm gonna believe Shuichi.
I believe Shuichi 100%.
Oh man, this is beautiful.
The one who's not Kokichi.
Yeah, hey. Literally, that's all you have to do to fit the bill. Don't be Kokichi, I'll believe you.
100 house points. Oh, no. Himiko points to Shuichi.
Good save, good save.
But to go to the salon, Shuichi would need to pass by me in the dining room.
Sumugi.
I wonder why I didn't notice Shuichi there.
You remember.
Oh well. I'll believe Shuichi anyway. He's usually right about stuff.
Well, that works too.
Sorry, but Gonta believes Shuichi too.
That's what you get, dude.
I see. I wanted at least Gonta to believe me.
What comes around goes around. That's what happens to liars like you.
Why do you guys hate lies that much?
We're trying to be alive, and we need the truth to do that. It's not really difficult to understand.
There's only one truth, but endless possibilities for lies, you know?
And we want to be alive, so we need the truth.
And some of them are only white lies, or lies to be kind to people.
But we're not talking about those kinds of lies.
If you deny all of that just because it's a lie...
There's clearly mitigating circumstances. They're not the same thing.
Then that means you guys are just terrible at being lied to. Seriously, the worst!
Just spit it out already. You went to the roof, didn't you?
Isn't that where he met up with Miu?
No, he didn't just meet her there. He probably killed.
Okay, fine. I'll tell you if you want to know that badly. Consider this my revenge.
All right.
Revenge?
The truth is gonna hurt more than the lie, apparently, but we need that.
You got some balls lying to me. I'm gonna take away your fun for pissing me off, Shuichi. I won't let you do any detective work, or deduction, or mystery solving, or anything.
Oh?
So, I'll confess everything. You guys better listen carefully.
He's like, if you want to try to lie to me, the God Emperor of falsehoods, I'm gonna get everybody killed. How about that, Shuichi? Come on, dude.
Confess.
A confession? So you are the culprit after all.
I came up with a plan after Miu asked me to meet up with her.
What is this?
She asked me pretty eagerly, too. So I decided to pry some info out of her. She gave me the rundown of the virtual world before she explained it to you guys. As I listened, I realized she was planning a murder. On me, no less. When I investigated the virtual world, I found out that a person can die from shock. Without a doubt, she planned to use that for my murder.
This confessing graphic, though.
So that's when I decided to prepare my own crime with her plan. I pretended to cooperate with her and lured everyone into the virtual world. That's also why I worked together with Monokuma.
This guy, no respect for himself or anybody. Come on, dude.
You worked together with Monokuma?
Get out of here, Kokichi.
I guess the jig is up. Yeah, everything he said is true. Kokichi came to me with an idea to make the killing game more interesting. It was such a good idea, I decided to place a motive in the killing game simulator.
Is that the secret of the outside world? The motive?
You added a motive? Then the secret of the outside world is the motive, right?
No fair. Monokuma can't take sides.
I mean, everybody's doing it apparently, so it's whatever.
I didn't help him with anything, and I had nothing to do with the murder itself. He merely suggested a way to spice up the killing game, and I accepted. Kokichi and I had a quid pro quo relationship. Technically, that doesn't violate the rules.
Oh well.
Bullshit! No matter how you look at it, you guys are working together.
Shh, calm down. I'll explain my relationship with Monokuma, so let me finish my confession.
I'm fine with that, but you're confessing without much of a fight.
He didn't do it.
I told you. I'm gonna get in the way by taking away the mystery-solving fun. If I can't win this game, then I'll make it boring for everyone. That's my revenge. Well then, the culprit is Gonta.
Huh?
What? Huh?
How?
What did you...
Wait! When did Gonta kill Mew?
Is Mew actually inside of Gonta?
That's a lie! He didn't kill her! Kokichi's just lying!
Why, you... Now you're trying to pin things on Gonta? Do you really expect us to believe such an obvious lie?
How in the world does that make any sense? Gonta was with the toilet paper, yeah, but the toilet paper doesn't really... Wait, that's how she died, isn't it?
Yeah, there's no way Gonta could commit a murder this complicated. He's not
It's
smart.
my turn now.
Wow. Huh?
The truth is, Gonta and I worked together. We formed a duo to end this killing game.
What in the world?
As the Killing Game Busters!
I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
What busters?
We must win this killing game in order to end this killing game.
What you mean, we?
By the way, I came up with a murder plan, and Gonta carried it out.
Did he trick him?
Gonta what?
What? What's going on? What I'm thinking is that someone mentioned before one of those secret routes, and I think I accidentally discovered one? This doesn't feel like how it's supposed to go.
Why are you more surprised by that than the first thing he said?
Cause Gonta have no idea what he's talking about.
Come on, quit lying and tell us the truth.
Gonta is telling the truth! He's not someone who lies all the time like you!
And no matter how naive Gonta may be, I doubt he would ever team up with Kokichi.
He could easily be tricked.
Yeah, not after insect meet and greet incident.
It's obvious what he's trying to do. Gonta doesn't understand the virtual world, so Kokichi's trying to trick him.
It's not Kaito again, though? Dude, I don't know.
He's trying to sacrifice Gonta to escape from his crime.
You're a terrible person! How dare you use Gonta like that?
You're right. I'm sorry. I did something horrible to Gonta.
The culprit? Dude, I don't know. I don't think this class trial was supposed to do that.
I didn't want Shuichi to hog all the glory, so I told everyone the truth.
Cut that out. I told you it's not gonna work.
Don't you think I could have pulled the strings and made Gonta carry out my commands?
It is something that he could string him along and have him do it, but
It doesn't matter if it's possible or not, because I say it's just impossible.
It does matter. There's no need to bring emotions into class trials. All we need is logical thinking. Right, Shuichi?
What? Gonta not understand what's going on. But still, Gonta not kill Mew. Gonta really not know anything. And also, Gonta not tell lies. And Gonta not make trouble for others.
dude, Kokichi sucks. I don't know.
Cause that not how gentlemen act. That why Gonta not culprit.
Dude, but you could have done it, though.
Yeah, Gonta's not lying. I can tell just by looking at him.
I already used my magic to check. Gonta's definitely not lying.
Then let me ask you guys. If it's not Gonta, then who's the culprit?
Kaito.
You, of course.
Come on! There's already proof that I couldn't have killed Mew.
There's already proof?
Oh, did you forget already? Then let me make it clear again.
Yeah, share with the rest of the class.
Why I can't be the culprit!
Crap, dude. Okay. Mew's corpse, toilet paper, Mew's avatar, settings on...
I am not the culprit.
Oh.
Didn't I prove that to you guys already?
Settings.
The clue is how Mew is killed.
Mew got strangled to death, right?
toilet paper was the murder weapon.
Mew would have totally resisted if she was being strangled, right?
Oh,
Then
true.
it would have been impossible for someone as weak as me.
You talking about the strength of your virtual avatar? That wouldn't matter if you strangled her from behind.
Oh no.
In which case, even if she did resist, the most she could have done is merely touch the culprit.
Exactly. She couldn't struggle much. So you could have kept strangling her, no problem.
Nope. Sorry, dude, but that's not possible.
That's wrong.
Sucks we didn't get the V counter, but whatever.
Actually, maybe it wasn't possible for Kokichi to strangle Mew.
Why wasn't it possible?
Mew modified my avatar, so if she attacked me, I wouldn't be able to resist. If Mew touched me, then I'd be unable to move.
Huh?
Yeah.
So I would have had to kill her instantly, such as stabbing or hitting. I couldn't have murdered her by strangulation, because it'd be game over if she touched me.
Dang.
What?
Well, if you were using the toilet paper, you wouldn't need to touch her directly.
But if you can't be touched while you're wrapping the toilet paper around her neck,
It's not possible for him to have done so.
then it would be impossible.
Which means, as long as she died from strangulation, it couldn't have been me.
Wait, what if it was something besides strangulation then? Like,
I mean, we already know how she died.
There's no doubt Mew was strangled. We already discussed this.
How did Gonta have anything to do with this, though?
Kaito is really desperate to make me the culprit. No matter how much you whine about it, you can't change the truth. The culprit who killed Mew is Gonta Gokuhara! This is the truth you all adore so much.
No! Gonta not kill Mew! It's true! You gotta believe Gonta! Gonta would never hurt anyone!
I believe you. You've been risking yourself to protect everyone.
Uh,
There's no way Gonta would kill. He won't even kill bugs.
but he doesn't have to do it consciously. It doesn't even have to... You can kill in the most roundabout ways in this game.
I believe Gonta too. I'm not gonna listen to Kokichi's lies.
of course. Who'd believe a liar like him? He's lying about Gonta being the culprit, so there's no point talking about it.
I don't know about that. If we want the truth, we might have to ask uncomfortable questions.
Right, Shuichi? You think so too, don't you?
No, dude. Is Kaito really not possessed by Mew's brain?
I know how important it is to believe, but as the ultimate detective, I know we can't solve this case with belief alone.
Huh?
It's just that something doesn't add up. I have this feeling something's off.
About Kaito? About Kokichi or about Gonta?
We can't keep going back and forth like this. We need to discuss this.
What, you wanna suspect Gonta?
It's not about wanting to, dude. Like, I think this comes up in every game.
Too bad, Kaito. Looks like Shuichi agrees with me.
No, I'm not trying to...
Oh, the irony!
Oh my god.
It's all thanks to Kaito that Shuichi got his act together as a detective. And now, Shuichi's intuition as a detective has made him more suspicious of others. Well, can't be helped. That's just what a detective does.
That's not it, Kokichi. I'm just trying to make sure that everyone
Shuichi, Gonta really not do it. Gonta not culprit.
Like, you probably didn't mean to, dude, but I don't know. I feel like we really did hit a back route. This doesn't feel like natural progression at all.
Please, believe Gonta.
We might as well discuss it.
What?
As a precautionary measure, that's all. I think we need to seriously discuss whether Gonta was capable of committing this crime.
Yeah, he wouldn't choose to, but
Only then can we arrive at a logical decision.
he might have been literally roped into it.
You guys, Why don't you get it? That's just what Kokichi wants. He's just trying to split us up. Shuichi, open your eyes!
But...
2-for-1 truth special!
Wow, here we go.
Sorry to ruin this tense moment, but you guys seem pretty evenly split right now. So, the Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial grounds!
I still cannot believe someone dug that word up from its final resting place.
So we're gonna do that again?
Shuichi, why? Why don't you understand? You're my sidekick, aren't you?
Kaito.
Of course I want to believe Gonta. I don't want to think that he killed someone. But as the ultimate detective, I can't turn away from the truth. I need to find the truth. So, it's definitely gonna be us on, So maybe it's gonna be the 3. Kokichi, Kibo, maybe Maki? Who knows? Could Gonta have committed the crime? Nope, not Maki. It's only 3. Oh, really? Oh.
Shuichi, are you saying that Gonta is the culprit?
I've got this!
I can't say for sure he's the culprit. I'm saying we can't rule it out.
Gonta is such a sweetheart. He wouldn't hurt a fly.
Kokichi!
Don't you realize these so-called sweethearts can commit crimes too?
It's just a literal
Could Gonta
possibility.
have even made it to the rooftop without being noticed?
Kibo! The entrance hall is all that separates the rooftop from the mansion exterior.
There should have been witnesses at the entrance hall.
I've got this!
No, none of us were in charge of the entrance hall.
But Kokichi confessed he was working with Monokuma.
Kibo! That isn't possible, because Kokichi's avatar had special settings.
Dang.
It's all a lie. Kokichi is the one who killed Mew.
Kibo! That isn't possible, because Kokichi's avatar had special settings.
Dang, we needed Monokuma there.
Gonta not kill Mew! On it!
I've got this!
The truth is, Gonta could have murdered Mew.
Dang.
But Kokichi confessed he was working with Monokuma.
When we aren't consistent, our position looks weak. We have to work together. We have to face the truth, even if we don't want to. We have to defend that point.
Shuichi, are you saying that Gonta is the culprit?
Here we
I've
go.
got this!
I can't say for sure he's the culprit. I'm saying
But
we
did-
can't rule it out.
If it turns out that Gonta did it
such a
willingly,
sweetheart.
dude, that'll be
He wouldn't hurt a
freaking
fly.
wild.
Kokichi!
Don't you realize these so-called sweethearts can commit crimes too?
Could Gonta have even made it to the rooftop without being...
Kibo! The entrance hall is all that separates the rooftop from the mansion exterior.
There should have been witnesses at the entrance hall.
I've got this!
Alright.
No, none of us were in charge of the entrance hall.
But Kokichi confessed he was working with Monokuma.
Kokichi!
I did cooperate with Monokuma, but only on a temporary basis.
It's all a lie. Kokichi is the...
Kibo!
No,
That isn't
dude.
possible, because Kokichi's avatar had special settings.
Gonta not kill...
I've got this!
The
It's
truth is, Gonta could have murdered Mew.
it's only a potentiality, dude. But I don't know, dude. Being at the debate scrum at this point, it's highly it's highly doubtful that Gonta meant to do it, but
In my opinion, as long as it is possible that Gonta is the culprit, we have to discuss it.
That's ridiculous. You're going to believe Kokichi over Gonta?
That's not it at all. I just want the truth. If we're going to survive, I have to find the truth.
wow, dude.
But Gonta telling truth. Gonta really not culprit.
I still don't think Gonta's lying.
But didn't I tell you guys already?
It's
If you're planning to expose a liar, then you have to corner them psychologically.
dude, Gonta.
Only then will they reveal their true self as a liar. hiding beneath a layer of deceit. That's why it hurts my heart to persecute Gonta like this!
Because they're both liars?
Gonta, if you understand, then do it right. Make logical arguments for the truth.
Logical arguments?
It means use your head to make arguments.
Use head?
What I'm trying to say is, if you aren't the culprit, then you gotta prove that you aren't!
Just spell it out for him.
But Gonta really not know.
I'm sick of hearing you say you don't know! God, why are you so dumb?
Jeez, dude, calm down!
Gonta just want to help everyone, like true gentlemen.
You're a true gentleman? More like a true nincompoop.
Wow.
Hey! Now that's just bullying.
Bullying? Yeah, so what? That's what you do in this game.
This
right?
guy!
You guys blame and gang up on me, but now you're gonna pretend to be good people?
I mean, you're a trash human being, so it doesn't really matter.
No, I never ganged up.
F Kokichi!
Gonta, argue back already! Just make an excuse or whatever!
Stop it! That's enough!
Stop what? You mean stop the game?
This guy. Gonta can't do what he's asking.
Hey, do you even know what you're saying?
Yeah, I know. What about it?
Is Kaito like, let's all die together?
I don't want to survive if it means I have to stoop to your level.
Oh, that's a low blow right there. Then just die in a hole for all I care! We want to live, so stop getting in our way!
Quit it. If you don't shut your mouth, then I'll shut it for you. Permanently.
Maki, please, calm down.
Oh man, that's probably crap, dude. Gonta.
Sorry. Gonta's fault. Everyone's so upset.
We have no clue how he got to this. It's just Kokichi saying it, though.
But Gonta telling truth. Gonta really not culprit. 'Cause Gonta not know anything. Really.
Cut it out already! That's all you've been saying this whole time!
You're the one that needs to cut it out.
Wait, what did Kokichi say? All you've been saying this whole time. That's true about Gonta. This whole time, Gonta's been saying he doesn't know anything. Gonta not understand either. Mew like this when Gonta wake up. Gonta was sleeping too. Had strange dream. Gonta not understand anything. Gonta not know. Murder already happened when Gonta wake up. But why this happen? Why Mew killed? Gonta not understand. Gonta not understand anything. My heart is like racing. Cause Gonta have no idea what he's talking about. But when exactly did he start using that defense? Gonta started saying, I don't know when. After logging out of the virtual world?
That's it.
Huh. That's it. It was after he logged out. That means...
Did Gonta get into an accident in the virtual world?
The error!
Accident?
The accident that hurt Gonta. That was... Wow, dude! Gonta didn't plug his things in correctly, probably.
This is it!
Oh man, he might have switched things
When we logged into
around.
the virtual world, an avatar user error occurred.
Some sort of avatar user error occurred when you all logged in for the first time. An error? The contents of the error are unknown, so I can't provide any details. But something strange definitely happened to someone's avatar when you all logged in. Wow.
An avatar user error?
Ever since Gonta logged out, he's been saying, I don't know, I don't understand.
That's because Gonta doesn't understand the virtual world, right?
Or maybe he didn't experience it at all.
That's what I thought at first, but I think it's because of the error.
What you mean?
If that error is what it's affecting Gonta, and it's making him forgetful and loopy, then what was the error? What could it have been? Memory? Memory. Okay, memory. Oh, there we go. Memory erasure? We need a Y. I think this was a Y? Okay, yep. Memory... REM? Drain? Memory loss. Okay. Memory... We need an O. And then an S here, and an S here. Memory loss. Gonta doesn't remember anything about that world. Okay.
I believe it's possible that Gonta doesn't remember what happened in the virtual world.
Huh?
He doesn't remember.
You started saying, I don't know anything, after leaving the virtual world. I think that's the result of some kind of memory error.
Oh, that's why he doesn't remember anything that happened in the virtual world.
Wow.
Not even killing Mew.
What?
That's ridiculous! Quit screwing around!
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous.
Dang, dude.
What do you mean he doesn't remember? He's just confused.
Gonta told us he was bad with computers, remember?
Memory or no memory, Gonta never hurt anyone!
No way Gonta's the culprit!
Wow, dude. It feels bad, but... Dang, dude.
Gonta never hurt anyone!
Device instructions.
Doesn't remember
Gonta
a thing
wants to
about
keep
the
everyone
virtual
safe!
You did it, but you don't
Gonta would
remember
never
doing
kill
it,
a
right?
friend.
Alright.
If there was a glitch,
He probably doesn't know.
it should have affected all of us.
Your lies aren't protecting anyone.
But because we're all
Gonta
okay,
can't
Gonta not lying!
that means there
That's
was
a
no
weak
glitch.
Please believe Gonta!
Dang.
I heard it!
This does not feel good, dude.
The cause of the error that affected Gonta's avatar
He just plugged them in the wrong way.
is the 2 cords on the helmet used to log into the virtual world.
But does that mean that Gonta really agreed to do that? Put the red consciousness cord in the right port and the blue memory cord in the left. Out of curiosity, what happens if you switch the cords? I don't know. I've never done that before. Probably gets all glitchy or something.
I think that Gonta messed up something with the cords, causing the error.
If he mixed the consciousness and memory cords, then there'd be an error with memory.
But why weren't the ports color-coded?
Like an error that won't let you bring your avatar's memories to the real world?
What?
Wow.
Gonta, do you think it's possible that you improperly connected the cords?
Huh? How Gonta supposed to remember that?
He couldn't have messed it up. I said it over and over.
What if Gonta's left-handed? If Gonta's left-handed, that means Himiko did mess him up.
Right is the hand you hold your chopsticks in.
But Gonta could be left-handed.
Oh, but Gonta holds chopsticks with this hand.
No! Oh my god, dude.
That's your left hand!
What?
Looks like it's decided.
Come on, dude.
What's decided? He's wrong, isn't he, Gonta? You remember the virtual world, don't you?
Gonta not remember.
Gonta, he got effed up because he's left-handed? But he would still have had to agree to what Kokichi proposed, though.
Gonta not even go to this virtual world place.
What?
Gonta fall asleep when he put helmet on. When Gonta wake up, Mew dead. Gonta not know what happened. So, Gonta worry. Gonta not understand what everyone talking about.
No, it can't be.
But Gonta try his best to understand. Gonta imagine real hard.
That's enough, Gonta. We already know.
This feels extremely mean, dude.
Know what?
We know that you totally forgot about teaming up with me and killing Mew.
Wait a minute! That lie! Gonta not kill Mew! Cause why would Gonta do that?
That? We should, like... He must have... Come on.
Yeah, it's a lie.
It's
I'll
got
never
to be.
accept this. And besides, Gonta's got no motive to kill Mew.
Oh, Kokichi must have shown him the motive.
I already gave you my testimony on how I came up with the murder plan.
And I'm saying I don't believe you.
Kokichi, if what you're saying is true, why did you plan it this way? You wanted to plan the murder yourself, but have someone else carry it out?
Is the person who planned it also included as a blackened with the perpetrator?
Nope! Only the person who actually commits the murder becomes the blackened!
There was a bit of an argument over this.
Then there's no incentive to just plan the murder.
That was the previous game, though.
But Gonta's such a gentle soul. Why would he agree to this?
Kokichi showed him the motive.
Hold on, that hasn't been decided yet.
Who cares about the motive? Let's vote for the culprit already.
And he's trying to keep that information to himself.
I care about the motive.
Well, I don't care. Finding the culprit is more important in this class trial. Talking about the motive is meaningless. It's not necessary for this specific case.
No matter what you say, I'll never believe your lies.
We all agree that Gonta is the culprit, right? It would be impossible for anyone but him.
This is... What?
Impossible? Why?
It's pretty obvious if you use the process of elimination. Which means, Shuichi, you'll be my partner, right?
This guy... Me?
Because if you don't face the truth, then we'll all die, right? And you don't want that, do you?
Wow.
Okay, let's begin!
Quit screwing around. I'm done putting up with your selfish bullshit.
Kaito, we should listen to his explanation. Our lives depend on it.
So, we can now take Keyboy, Himiko, and Maki off the suspect list.
Well, because they were at the chapel.
Shuichi, would you care to explain? I doubt they'll believe it if it came from me.
The reason Kibo, Himiko, and Maki can be eliminated as suspects is because... They couldn't access the crime scene. Step by step.
They couldn't get to the crime scene, could they?
The bridge from the chapel to the mansion was gone, and only Mew could pass through the wall. The three at the chapel had no way to get to the mansion, so they couldn't have done it. Kaito is the next one off our suspect list. And you know why, right?
He was forcibly logged out.
Kaito had logged out ahead of us.
Mew logged Kaito out from the start. But she did that to make us think the murder happened in the real world, right? Since we figured out the actual killing happened in the virtual world, it would have been impossible for Kaito, who had already logged out.
Dang, dude. Like, as per usual, we suspect Kaito, and it turns out it wasn't him.
Mew's time of death was around 6:30 in the morning. That's after Kaito logged out.
Dang.
Kokichi's completely running the show now.
My synergy with Shuichi is super on point now, so let's move on to the remaining suspects. Gonta, Tsumugi, Shuichi, and me. Tsumugi and Shuichi can be crossed off. But what's the reason for that?
We were together? We saw Mew. We saw Mew at the mansion. That's clearly not right. No. Tsumugi was the only one who saw that. If you had seen that, then it would have been possible for you to be the culprit. Everyone's lives were on the line. We have solid alibis? Oh, we didn't go to the roof. Tsumugi and I didn't go to the roof while we were searching the area. Well, that is true, but it's not that. What were you two doing when the incident happened? Okay, so we were... Is it because we have solid alibis then? I mean, obviously it's got to be, but...
Tsumugi and I are witnesses to each other's alibis.
Both of you heard Mew hitting the chapel wall, right? The culprit was definitely on the roof during that time, since they slid Mew down. Because of that, Shuichi and Tsumugi can't be the culprit.
Wow.
That leaves only Gonta and me as the remaining suspects.
Then you're the culprit!
Sorry for getting your hopes up, but didn't I already explain that's impossible?
Kokichi didn't go to the roof. Or Kokichi was Mew's target. So... Yes, that's true, but there's a clear reason regarding that. Ugh, God dang it, we keep losing points! Kokichi... He couldn't have killed Mew, right?
If Mew touched him, he'd freeze in place. Kokichi wasn't capable of strangling her.
So then, it's down to one person. And who was that again?
Oh, man.
Well, who is it?
This guy!
Don't answer, Shuichi! You don't need to answer that! This is all Kokichi's trap!
No, dude. It really isn't. There's only one suspect left. Only one person who could have done this. Wow, dude. But why would he agree to do this? Well, whatever
It's Gonta.
the motive, dude. What the heck was the motive?
Shuichi?
Yep, Gonta is the only person who could have committed the murder. You get it now, right? That's the truth we were all reaching for. The thing you guys wanted so badly! A truth without any lies! Mew Iruma's killer is Gonta Gokuhara!
He is having way too much fun with this because we took away his precious lies.
Really? Did Gonta really do it?
Jeez, is that really your reaction? It would have been fun if you went all crazy.
Yeah, he's referring to, Yasuhiro? Hagakure. One of those was her name, but yeah, she flipped out.
But you forgot everything, so oh well. A culprit who can't remember their murder is pretty interesting. So, better than nothing.
Thank you, Death Note.
If Gonta remembered, his cover would have been blown so fast. Especially since he's an idiot.
Yeah, it's true. He wouldn't have been able to lie for this long.
Hold on. I still haven't accepted this. This has gotta be Kokichi's trap. I still believe in Gonta. He's not the kind of person who'd kill.
Kaito.
I already said this a million times, Kaito. You shouldn't use emotions to
You want proof? I've got your proof.
Is Kaito about to confess?
After Tsumugi and Shuichi heard Kibo's voice in the mansion, they ran outside. And who did they see out there?
It was Gonta, but... Oh! Shuichi and Tsumugi! Gonta, did you see Kibo around here anywhere? No, Gonta did not see him.
Gonta.
Kokichi said it himself. When Miu's avatar crashed into the chapel wall, the culprit must have been on the roof.
I see. If Gonta's the culprit, it'd be weird if he wasn't on the roof.
It's possible that he fled the mansion after he heard the impact.
You'd have to go through the entrance hall to get outside the mansion from the roof. Is that where Shuichi and Tsumugi ran to when they heard the crashing sound?
We did leave immediately.
Then maybe he jumped off the roof.
That's not possible. That rooftop was pretty high up.
Normally, Gonta could have done it, but his avatar wasn't strong enough. How about that? Now you get it, right?
Was it really not Gonta?
If Gonta was the culprit, there's no way he could have been outside the mansion.
Dang, I'd be freaking useless in these class trials, dude.
Now you can't say Gonta's the culprit. Congrats, Gonta.
What? Really?
Shuichi. It would have been so nice if that were the truth. If Kaito were right, and this horrible trial would just end. But...
No, that's wrong.
What?
Just because Gonta was at the mansion doesn't mean that he isn't the culprit. All the culprit needed was a way to get from the roof to outside the mansion.
is that what the toilet paper was used for?
Huh?
Looks like Shuichi got it. I'll leave the rest to him.
Oh man, Kaito is not gonna be pleased.
Kaito, I know how you feel. I know because we all feel it. But we have to face the truth. No matter how cruel that truth may be, we need to face it to survive.
Whose side are you on, Shuichi?
The side of not being dead, dude.
Kaito, please.
Aren't you my sidekick? Was that just a lie?
You're talking about committing mass suicide so that we can get back at Kokichi, dude.
Kaito!
Fine then. I'll tear that sorry reasoning of yours apart and wake you up.
I can't doubt my detective work now. If I want us all to survive, I can't back down. Against Kaito?
I'll never accept this. Don't you know Gonta at all? He's not the kind of guy who kills someone. Don't you know that about him by now?
Whew.
I'll never accept this.
Oh, there we go.
Don't you know Gonta at all? Damn it!
Huh.
Why won't you believe Gonta?
This sucks,
Why are you
dude.
listening to Kokichi? Aren't you my sidekick?
Okay.
Wake up, Shuichi!
Oh, there we go.
Why won't you believe Gonta?
So Kaito's probably not gonna
Why
last
are
too
you
much
listening
longer
to
after this
Kokichi?
either.
Aren't you my sidekick?
Dang, dude, I'm not doing too well.
Wake up, Shuichi!
Oh, there we go.
Why won't you believe Gonta?
Whew.
Why are you listening to Kokichi? Aren't you my sidekick?
Still really curious as whether or not the trial was
Damn
supposed to
it!
progress this way.
Who do you want to believe? Remember what Kokichi has done to us! Remember how Gonta's always tried to protect us! How could Gonta be the culprit? Still want to accuse him, huh?
I mean,
Keep saying the truth this, the truth that, but there's a reason Gonta's not the culprit! Who do you want to believe?
it's not a question of
Remember what Kokichi has done
who can
to
be
us.
believed, dude.
Remember how Gonta's always tried to protect us! How could Gonta be the culprit? Still want to accuse him, huh?
Okay. Dang.
Saying the truth this, the truth that, but there's a reason Gonta's
Dang,
not the culprit!
definitely getting jacked up.
Who do you want to believe?
Okay.
Remember what Kokichi has done to us! Damn it!
Alright, almost.
There's no way to leave the mansion from the rooftop!
Discovered toilet paper outside the mansion.
Who do you want to believe?
Toilet paper discovered outside the mansion, maybe?
Remember what Kokichi has done to us! Damn it!
Okay.
There's no way to leave the mansion from the rooftop!
Toilet paper discovered outside of the mansion?
It ends here!
Damn it!
Crap. Dude did not want to give up.
The toilet paper we found outside the mansion. That's what the culprit used to get from the roof to the ground.
Because it works just like a rope.
The toilet paper?
The same toilet paper that was used as the murder weapon. That's why we didn't find it anywhere else. Not at the scene of the crime, nor on Mew's body. It was outside the mansion.
Aww.
Hold on. If they use the toilet paper as a rope to get down from the roof, then they need to tie it to something. But there was nothing to tie it to.
The binoculars, though.
I know because I investigated the roof.
You're stubborn, Kaito. You're still going on about this.
Of course I am! I'm gonna believe in Gonta till the very end!
No, there was something that the toilet paper could have been tied to.
The binoculars.
What?
Yes, the place where the toilet paper was tied down. Hello there.
There!
Sorry, Gonta. Nothing personal, dude. And it really sucks
The
to be you.
binoculars on the rooftop. The toilet paper could have been tied there. However, I don't think the culprit actually tied it down there. They just hung it. And then used the doubled up toilet paper to climb down.
Yeah.
But in that case, they would have had to tug on it in order to take it down.
Yep, that's correct. Because I came up with that idea.
Really? Kokichi planned the murder and then had Gonta carry it out?
But I thought I told Gonta to put the toilet paper back in the bathroom. Oh, I guess he ran into someone on the way and then threw it somewhere close by.
It was Kibo and Shuichi. But because Gonta doesn't have super strength, we can still see it. Oh, Tsumugi, right. Dang.
Looks like Kaito's morale is shot, so this whole thing is done now.
Kaito still insisted even after being beaten in the argument armament, dude. That's wild.
The matter does appear to be settled.
It's...
So, it's true. Gonta really killed Mew.
But I'm the one who came up with the plan. Anyway, just admit your crime, Gonta.
What was the motive, though?
Even though you don't remember, you still did it.
But why did Gonta do such a terrible thing?
Wait, before you start crying, you gotta admit your crime first.
Stop.
Wow.
I won't let you, Kokichi. If anyone is gonna get him to confess, it's me.
Wow.
Gonta, I'm going to look back at the whole case one more time, okay? When you're convinced, you just let me know, all right? Let's end this together.
Okay.
Dude, this is not cool. What the heck was that freaking motive then? What do we have? The cell phone. What color cord did the culprit stick in the right port? What did Mew bring from Shuichi's lab? Okay, we need to... What did Mew do when the others left for the mansion? Dining hall, kitchen. What object did Mew use when she got there? There we go. What do we need next? Map of the virtual world. Alright. What was posted in the entrance hall? Toilet paper that doesn't tear. Alright. What was the weapon Mew brought to kill Kokichi? A hammer. Who was logged out against their will? Kaito. Toilet paper that doesn't tear. Wait, so Kokichi was there on the roof? That's how he got Gonta to agree to it then. To move the body off the roof. Kaito Momota logged out. Who was logged out against their will? Lattice used like a sled. Bottle of poison. This was before she logged out. Or logged in. Alright, so now we've got some new stuff. This is Mew smuggles in a hammer. What does she plan to use to kill him? Alright, and then through the signboard into the river. This was a bit earlier than this. Alright, now we've got everything else. Blue cord on the right, red cord on the left. I hold my chopsticks with my right hand. Dang, dude. Kaito Momota looking for the secret of the outside world. Tsumugi's Shirogane looking for the secret of the outside world. The binoculars and toilet paper. Is there anything left down here? Yep. And then it should be everyone else looking for the secret of the outside world. Shuichi Saihara looking for the secret of the outside world. And then lastly, the culprit looking for the secret of the outside world.
This is the truth of the case! The case began last night. After being convinced by Mew, we all logged in to the virtual world. To log in, you have to plug the memory and consciousness cords into the device.
Mew probably, or Kokichi probably told Gonta what Mew was planning on doing, and Gonta agreed to help Kokichi. Dang.
So, we all plugged those cords into our helmets and entered the virtual world. But the culprit had accidentally plugged their cords into the wrong ports. Because of this, a connection error occurred between the culprit's brain and their avatar.
Gonta's left-handed! Oh man.
As a result, the culprit would forget everything that happened in the virtual world. It's possible that this had an effect on their avatar's personality as well.
Oh!
Because I can't believe that someone so kind could commit murder. But we had no idea this error even happened. And so, we all logged in one by one. Meanwhile, Mew was the last to log in. She had modified the killing game simulator so she could accomplish a specific goal.
Dang.
After Mew confirmed we were all logged in, she took out the bottle of poison and placed it on Kokichi's seat.
She didn't even read it.
This was done to make it look like Kokichi was killed by poison when we returned. Yes, the reason Mew modified the simulator and brought us to the virtual world was to kill Kokichi in the virtual world, but make it look like he had died in the real world.
It's weird.
After we had all logged in, Mew explained the world to us. Use the salon phone to log out. Objects are unbreakable. Your avatars use all 5 senses.
She didn't tell us everything.
She also explained the map of the virtual world in the mansion's entrance hall. But her explanation was intentionally false. She wanted us to misunderstand the world. However, one of us was able to see through her scheme.
Kokichi.
The very person Mew was trying to kill. Kokichi. Kokichi was going to use Mew's plan against her and plotted her murder. But Kokichi wouldn't do it himself. He used a patsy to be the culprit in this case.
That's...
Kokichi was tight-lipped about the motive, so I don't know why the culprit agreed. But it seems as though right after logging in, when Kokichi and the culprit went outside, they were already working together to execute the murder.
Huh? Already?
Eventually, we met up with Kokichi and crossed the river to the chapel. Mew had us split up to try to find some secret of the outside world.
So was that a whole lie?
Kaito, Kokichi, Gonta, Tsumugi, and I investigated the mansion, while Maki, Himiko, Kibo, and Mew investigated the chapel. Splitting us up was also part of Mew's plan. At the chapel, Mew told Maki that she was going to look around outside. She chased after our group while we were heading toward the mansion.
And then did the dumbest thing ever, but...
Once she made sure we were across, she dropped the bridge into the river.
And now seeing her do it with so much effort, that lie was even worse. My hand slipped.
This was to trick us into thinking that the river separated the mansion and chapel. At the time, we thought nothing of it. It was just another one of Mew's pranks.
I don't know why, because they were stranded now.
That's why we continued with the original plan to find the secret of the outside world. We went to the mansion and split up to look for clues. Kokichi searched the salon. Kaito searched the roof. Tsumugi searched the dining room. I searched the kitchen. And finally, the culprit searched outside the mansion.
So, I guess outside the mansion and outside the chapel, that particular wall is the same place. Makes sense.
Around that time, Mew was headed for the wall that was on the side of the chapel. She passed through the wall and headed for the mansion to kill Kokichi. You see, the wall was a special wall that Mew had added herself. This wall was programmed so that only objects could pass through. And Mew had changed her avatar settings from human to object. That was the hidden route she prepared for herself. She set up a wall that only she could pass through. Mew headed toward the mansion, but she was seen by Tsumugi on the way.
How did she know Kaito was up there?
When she entered the mansion, she pulled out her cell phone. She didn't tell us that there was another way to log out. Then, she spoke a name into the phone, which forced that person to log out.
Did she peek out and see him?
It was Kaito who was on the roof at the time. The same roof where Kokichi and Mew were going to meet. By having Kaito search the roof and then forcing him to log out, she was making him look the most suspicious. But her plan didn't go smoothly.
So Gonta was hiding.
Kokichi was waiting on the roof with a culprit and the toilet paper used to kill Mew. While Mew was distracted by Kokichi, the culprit snuck up from behind.
Oh man.
And used the toilet paper from the mansion's bathroom to strangle Mew. This was only possible because objects in the virtual world are unbreakable.
Kokichi, dude. And you know what? I'll bet
Mew's avatar was strangled to death, and the shock killed Mew in the real world.
this Joker's got legions of fans.
After the murder, Kokichi left the cleanup to the culprit and left the roof.
Just trash.
He probably returned to the salon as soon as he could to avoid drawing suspicion. The culprit then took the lattice from the storage room and placed Mew's body on top along with the hammer and the cell phone.
Off she went.
The culprit heaved the lattice over the railing and forcefully slid it down the roof slope. With a body on top of it, the lattice became a makeshift sled and flew off the roof. It went through the wall that only objects can pass through before crashing into the chapel.
That's such an ungraceful way for your corpse to be treated.
That was the crashing sound that Kibo heard in the chapel and we heard in the mansion. Mew's wall hid the fact that the mansion and chapel were actually right next to each other. That's why Tsumugi and I were able to hear the crash from the mansion. As the final step, the culprit had to then get off the roof. Because we were at the mansion, they couldn't take the stairs or they'd be seen. So they used the toilet paper again to escape from the rooftop.
That's why Kokichi played all those
They
games.
hung the toilet paper from the binoculars on the roof
He knew what was up from the get-go.
and used it like a rope to climb down. Once the culprit was safely on the ground, they pulled at the toilet paper to retrieve it. They would have returned it to the bathroom, but they ran into us as we were leaving the mansion. In a panic, the culprit tossed the toilet paper somewhere nearby.
Dang.
Without that one little mistake, we might never have solved this case because the culprit doesn't remember.
Aw.
This is the truth you've forgotten, Gonta Gokuhara, the ultimate entomologist.
Gonta, it'll be okay, dude.
Gonta, this is the truth we've reached.
Sorry. Gonta not really understand. 'Cause Gonta not smart boy.
Oh, man.
But if everyone agree, then everyone probably right. Gonta, trust everyone.
Gonta.
But why?
Yeah, that's the big question.
Gonta kill Mew, forget everything. Gonta even think he not do anything bad. And then Gonta tried to blame someone else and make everyone suffer. Why? Why Gonta do such terrible thing?
We need to know what that motive was.
Gonta, it's not your fault.
It's Kokichi's fault. He must have tricked Gonta.
Huh? I totally didn't trick him. Before we go into that, it's voting time. We should finish up the class trial first.
But is this the right answer? We're not being fooled by Kokichi?
I really... Like, the whole Mew mind swap thing is completely out of the window now. Oh, well.
For once, I wish that we were.
Huh? Wrapping things up already?
It's been like 90 minutes.
What a buzzkill of an ending! It lacks the rush of previous voting times.
Yeah, because it doesn't feel like we triumphed over anybody. It feels like we're kicking him while he's down.
Well, After so many killing games, I guess it was bound to happen eventually.
It's just as well. This killing game is a bad influence on the baby.
Nobody wants to talk about this incest bear baby, dude.
Oh my, Monotaro. You're even starting to look like a father.
Come on, dude.
Yeah! I've gotta get my act together for the baby.
Monokuma, he's like, both of you guys need to die.
Now then, pull yourselves together and let's begin! The heart-racing excitement as the blackened and the spotless face off! It's voting time!
Why did he do it, though? Gonta.
It seems the voting has finished. Now then, let's see the result.
Dang. Kokichi must have told him something. Someone voted for Kokichi? Huh, 3 guesses who. Gonta must have voted for himself.
Who'll be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
That must be why Kokichi asked that question. If they were split equally. The votes were split equally, that is. We need to know what happened, dude. Final results. Dude, we did not... I don't know how we got an A, but hey. Oh! We didn't get any back routes! So I guess that's how it's supposed to proceed? That's wild to me, but... Alright, we're gonna go ahead, hear what Gonta's got to say for himself. That's all gonna be next time, though, so definitely join us then for more Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. Bye for now, guys.